Alright, it's time to change things over. I've got one more extra battery, and I'm not going to be able to fit them in that box. So over here I have a new box. I used to use that for all my pool supplies, and I have some insulation, I don't know if you can see it or not, sitting inside right at the ass end of that truck right there. I'm going to insulate it all, and I'm going to hook it up to a 6 battery bank. It will be a total of 640 watts, and then I'll hook all 320 watts of solar panels up to that to make sure it keeps charging right back to where it needs to be. And like I said, it's just a temporary thing. I'm just testing all my small equipment out, so when I do get my property that I can take in, I'll hook up the bigger equipment and know about what I need. So it's all a learning curve, but it seems to be coming together pretty good. See if I'll pause the camera. I'll go in and show you the readings on the what they're doing now as of set up with those the way I had it before. Like I said, it's pretty good. Like I said, just the way it's set up now. But let's see, 13.76, and the other one is at 13.24. So, all right, like I said, and I'll show you everything after I get it all set up and how I'm doing it. Okay, I got everything disassembled. Let me see, turn this around. Got the new battery box drying out. Washed it, cleaned it all out. Let's see, we'll get a little closer here. There we go. So, my theory is to take all these panels and just hook them up. I'm going to try to run, I'm still going to run those 90 watts through the MPPT charge controller, the little cheap China one, and then the rest of them I'm just going to have hooked up because they already have their own charge controllers and they're working fine. And if it's working good and working right, it's not broken, don't fix it. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Getting no help. Got a little pain in the butt here. What's the matter, Lana?
The rooster was following us. We were clapping. The rooster followed us, and we had the wrong track.
Oh. Okay. So that's where I'm at. Now I'm going to try to get the battery box in place and start hooking up things. Alright, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Now, everything I do is going to be changed around as we go along here. But I put 2 of these in here on the bottom. I have that insulation. I'm going to put one of those down to keep a gap for insulation. And this thing sits right on the ground, so there's no wind's going to get underneath of it. And then I'm going to put insulation all the way around it. And then I'm going to stick the batteries right in the middle. If I have enough, I'm going to do 2, 1 on the bottom, and then 2 on each side. So it'll be 2 inches of styrofoam all the way around it. Unless I get some more, and then I'll put more around it. But that's where I'm at. I'm going to try to get some of this together before it gets... As you can see, the sun is starting to go down, so I want to get this done before then. Alright. See you in a few. Okay, I'm losing the sun, but I'm pretty sure I got all this done. At least good enough for now. I'm going to have to come back and make just little marks, cuts down here and there, so my wires can actually come down and this thing will not be pressing on it. The same way in the back. I've got the inverter. Need to hold that up. There we go. This is what my batteries are setting at. 15.61. Now inside it says different. It's like 12.9, 13 inside. I guess that's because of the loss, but as long as the batteries are charging fine. Let me move all this real fast. Show you how that all. I had extra pieces, so I just piled it all on top. Chicken, leave the solar panels alone. What are you doing over there, Rudy? Rudy! Yeah, that looks like a wire nightmare. But what it is, I got every one of these in series because it's all 12 volt. Pretty sure that's it. But this 90 watts is going into the charge controller inside, which is the cheap China MPPT charge controller. And then each one of these has their charge controller already on it. Until I get the wires and until I get everything, I'm just making do with what I got. And then once I get the wires, I'll wire this all into just the charge controller in there. But right now these two are doing fine. They work perfectly, and they've been charging the batteries up, as you can see. 15.6160, somewhere in there. 15 volts. Anyway, so I got like one of the panels coming, starting from this positive to this negative, and then I got the same way up here. I got like from this positive to this negative, and then I got like one from here to, from negative to the positive, or something like that around in there. Oh, on the fourth one, on the 4 part. That's where the other ones are. Just to make sure it tries to equalize the charge on it. At least that's the theory I come up with. But everything is insulated around, 2 inches thick all the way around. That should pretty much keep the batteries, like I said, their own temperature, trying to keep with them charging. Of course they heat up, and then when they get used they put out a little bit of heat, but that's why I figured I'd put these all in it. It'll keep somewhat of the heat in, and we'll see how it works for now until I get the rest of the stuff. Now, like I said, I'm waiting on a bunch of stuff, connectors and stuff like that, and what else? I got a bunch of stuff coming in, but it's on a slow boat from China. I'm just testing out and using, but that's where I'm at. 640 amp hours of batteries, all hooked up in 12 volt series, or it could be parallel. I'm pretty sure it was series. I'm not too familiar with all that, but that's the way it is. I know that's what it is, and the way it's hooked up. As you can see, I have these what was it, 0 gauge connectors, but if I was to put, I have a bunch more of them, and if I was to put it on top of this one to that one, the bolt on top is not long enough for me to get a bolt or a nut down on top of it, a screw or nut. But so I had to do what I had to do. I put one on every other one, and then I made my wire from there, which is probably 2 or 4 gauge, somewhere around in there. If it's 2 gauge, it's all 2 gauge. If it's 4 gauge, it's all 4 gauge. So that's the way it is. But that's where I'm at. Here, I'll take you inside. Let's see what the readings are in there. Here's what the reading is out here. Let me go inside. Okay. That's what the reading is on that one. And that's what the reading is on that one. I don't know if you can see it or not. 12.84. And that is coming off the MPPT charge controller. And that's actually hooked straight up to the batteries. And that's all I have it here for, is just so I have a digital display to let me know what's going on. But I don't know why it's 2 different voltage use, but as long as I know the batteries are charging up out there because I have my 1500 watt inverter out there. Like I said, that's plugged in too also, and let me see, microwave's on. Alright, refrigerator, of course I had it off. It finally took 3 weeks for it to run out of gas, so now I'm just put it on there and see what that took that down to up here. Now the refrigerator is on electric. 12.7, 12.64, 12.6. Yeah, that thing is going to draw some juice. So I think it's better to run these things off of propane. Like I said, 3 weeks on a half of, say, well, 10 pounds. It was a 20-pound bottle. 10 pounds of propane. So if I get a month and a half out of it, 45 days. So I'll turn that off. They don't have nothing in. Nothing in the fridge anyway. So here we go. Like I said, we're at 12.7 inside, and what was it, 12.6, or no, 15.6 or something like that outside. So leave a comment. Let me know why. Or you can see here's 15.45. Yeah, let me know. Leave something in the comment section why it's like that. Any help, always appreciate it. Well, until next time, you guys have a good one. Take care.